Illegal burqa-clad woman plows over American baby, gets away with crime for one startling reason. After 2 car accidents in 4 days, one of which injured a father and took the life of his 7-month-old baby before the car drove into a house, a Somali native has been arrested, charged, and convicted of aggravated vehicular homicide and was then let free to roam around until her sentencing hearing. This woman was driving on a temporary permit and not an actual license to begin with and shouldn't have been allowed to be anywhere near a vehicle after the first accident where she crashed into a median. The judge in the case claims that not one single thing amounts to recklessness in this case, but as a whole, all of the different things add up to recklessness. That doesn't quite make sense. While the specific details of the first wreck aren't really outlined in light of the second accident having led to the death of an infant and a house being run into, it is safe to say the first accident alone was due to recklessness or just a flat-out inability to drive, and if that is the case, then how was she permitted a temporary permit to begin with? According to America Now, a woman in Columbus, Ohio, was arrested, charged and convicted after she hit and killed a 7-month-old baby with her car. Muba Muhammad was found guilty of aggravated vehicular homicide after she struck a man who was pushing an infant in a stroller along the side of the road. Muhammad then crashed into a house. The man pushing the stroller was identified as 23-year-old Kenan Farabi, and the child was his 7-month-old son, Micah. The baby was pronounced dead at an area hospital. The child's father was taken to a different hospital in critical condition, WBNS reported. A witness said Muhammad had a phone in her hand at the time of the crash, but there was no evidence of any texts or calls being received at the time. 4 days earlier, the woman was in an accident in which she crashed into a median, the Columbus Dispatch reported. In both cases, she was driving on a temporary permit without an accompanying licensed driver. Not one of those single things amounts to recklessness, Judge Laurel Beatty Blunt said. But when you look at the totality of the circumstances, the court does rule that it does amount to reckless conduct. Muhammad, a native of Somalia, reportedly faced a prison sentence if convicted, but was allowed to remain free until her sentencing. If an American did the same thing, they would be in jail for a long time, one Mad World News reader commented on the site's Facebook page. She should get the same or more, being the second accident in 4 days. Going off the side of the road and running over 2 innocent people, killing a helpless baby. Come on people. Give her life in prison. She deserves more than that, but I'm sure she won't get the death penalty. What in the hell kind of justice system do we have now? Define for me the difference between reckless conduct and recklessness, another wrote. Maybe in Ohio they speak different English than I do. After all, I am from a rural state and may not understand the high English as interpreted by more citified judges. Where is justice? If a Caucasian teenager did this, you finish the sentence. If she were an American and had 2 accidents in 4 days on a permit, she would not be allowed to get a driver's license, added another. She is not even an American citizen, so she has no business even with a permit in the first place. She needs to be in prison now. You don't just replace someone's baby. It appears to many Americans that immigrants and refugees are provided with extremely lax allowances of our laws that would never fly for a born citizen. Many cases of foreigners getting away with certain things that would be an end-all for an American are being reported lately, and it is quite disturbing to say the least. After the first mishap, this woman's permit should have been revoked until she could prove that she was capable of controlling a motor vehicle and not be a danger to anyone. It seems that someone dropped the ball on that one, and because of the oversight, a baby was taken from its parents permanently. When this woman is sentenced, we can only hope that the punishment fits the crime to the fullest extent of the law. Thank you for watching this video. What do you think about this? Share this on Facebook and Twitter along with your comments.